Am I the asshole for not allowing my wife to wash the dog in the kitchen sink? So we have a 4-pound chihuahua. We also have 4 full bathrooms in our house. We were discussing giving the dogs a bath and a walk. My wife suggested that we can wash Romeo in the kitchen sink because he is so small. I said that's disgusting because our dishes go into that sink and food-related products. She disagrees. I said, dude, if I ask Reddit you're going to be roasted. Lol, I will not wash a dog in the kitchen sink. AITA? Edit. We are a lesbian couple. I'm not a controlling womanizer man. Lol, I just think it's gross even if she cleans the sink. The thought of having dog hair where I eat is repulsive to me. Edit. I don't eat my food in the sink. We clean it regularly with cleaning products. It's still gross to me and no one has severe back issues at the moment, so it's not a health issue. Also, I don't want my wife belittled. I was just giving her shit when she told me to post it to Reddit. I said you're gross and going to be roasted. Not everyone did that, so it's just a light-hearted argument. I am the one giving the dogs a bath tonight and it definitely isn't in the kitchen sink, little Romeo. I'm not a control freak dyke who doesn't allow her wife to do things. If you met my wife, you'd think that was hilarious anyways. She literally does whatever she wants and doesn't gaff what anyone thinks. We are not actually even fighting about this issue. The comments have been very amusing and we enjoy roasting each other using your comments. Lol. Thank you for evening of laughter. I gave Romeo a bath, in the bathroom tub, while my wife was at work. All is right in our world. No divorce being filed. Lol, sorry to disappoint, but no assholes here. Washing small dogs in a sink is fairly normal, but I can see why you'd rather she not. Always nice to see a more lighthearted disagreement instead of my family regularly abuses me and I ask them to stop. AITA? ? Quote. I agree with you. I wouldn't be bothered so long as it's cleaned afterwards, but I know it would bug some people. It's not a hill I would die on either way. Guys, there are 4 bathrooms. Original poster is not the asshole for asking her wife to use a different sink, bathroom. Edit. Y'all, I don't know anything about washing dogs or babies. I'm just saying that original poster isn't wrong for asking. Also, their argument is resolved. Yay. Smiley face. How would you wash a dog in a bathroom sink? It's tiny and doesn't have a flexible hose rinser. If they have 4 full bathrooms, why are you assuming what kind of sink they have? They could have a flexible faucet. It sounds like a big house and big houses usually mean more luxurious, unique details. Do you have flexible faucets in your bathroom sinks? Everyone sucks here and it's some weird rich people problem since you have 4 bathrooms anyway. If you're gonna bicker over something like this, just take the dog to the groomer then. 100% rich person problem. Pay a groomer and move on. Take your wife for coffee while you wait. Split the bill, I guess, so we don't end up back here with another thing to decide for y'all. Everyone sucks here. Pay a groomer to give a 4-pound chihuahua a bath? That feels like such an unnecessary solution for a lighthearted problem. I also have a closer to 4.5-pound chihuahua. I wash her in the sink too. The dishes that go into the sink have already been used and are to be cleansed. It's not like you store your dishes in the sink. Just clean the whatever dishes there are first, then when you're done with the dog, clean out the sink. Problem solved. You are the asshole. I also find it troubling that you want your wife to be roasted. That shouldn't be the end goal of a disagreement. The end goal should be discussion and compromise. Thank you for your insight, but so you know this argument is very lighthearted. Our teenagers are even in on this. She is currently reading the comments with me. But, I still think it's gross. Do you think it is more gross than washing potatoes which are growing in soil that contains fertilizers like manure? Or raw meat, the outsides of any vegetable that could have pesticides, etc. You're not supposed to wash raw meat. But you wash the cutting board and utensils that you use on raw meat. You are the asshole. I would find it easier to wash the dog in the kitchen sink. I wouldn't have to stoop over to wash the dog in the bathtub. She's not washing the dog and dishes at the same time. The sink can be bleached, disinfected. And who are you to say what your wife is allowed to do? This also, how many people bath infants in the kitchen sink too? Yes. I wash the baby, the Labrador, and a few pots and pans at the same time. #water saving hack. Throw them, baby and Labrador included, into the dishwasher together. #time saving hack. Not the asshole. You are washing your dog's ass in the same place where you wash food that you will then eat. Fecal bacteria and parasites will get in the sink. I don't care how clean you are, it's disgusting. That's what laundry room sinks are for. Can you imagine going to a restaurant and finding out the chef washed his dog's ass in the kitchen then prepared your food? Absolutely disgusting. If you have a dog, you have dog ass everywhere, on all surfaces, forever. The truth of this statement is haunting. Is your dog allowed on your furniture, and do you kiss your dog? Do you wash your hands every single time after touching him, or do you wash your dog's feet every time after coming in from outside? If you allow any of those things, you're already coming into contact with whatever you're afraid of, so might as well allow the dog to be washed in the sink and just disinfect it after. You are the asshole. For the edit, washing stuff after the dog has touched something is insufficient. So her hands can never touch food again because they've been forever contaminated by petting the dog. I'm finding all the YT is hilarious, given that just last month someone had their dog lick their plate off after they finished a meal, but before putting the plate in the dishwasher, and that poster was basically pitchforked out of town because it was apparently so disgusting and unsanitary. Is that the woman that gave her dog a 1/4 of the roast her boyfriend made for their date? The roast was the bigger issue if so. You are the asshole. Who cares? She can literally clean the sink after the bath. Have you never sanitized your sink? 'Cause that's more gross. Glad my husband isn't an asshole 'cause he's let me wash ours in the sink. It's way easier with the sprayer. He only gets mad if I pour grease in there. Put a bit of foil in the drain, like a cup, and pour the grease in there. It'll solidify and you can toss it in the trash easily. I guess I'm gross, but I bathe babies and pups in the kitchen sink. If they pooped, I used Comet. We're still alive 25 years later. Comet? My cat that died at the ripe age of 26? So that's what happened. You are the asshole, but it's not that big of a deal. Babies get baths in the sink all the time when they're very young. There's a reason you use soap, lol. Greater than babies get baths in the sink all the time when they're very young. I was surprised that more comments didn't mention this. It's common enough that one can easily find little baby baths meant to be used in kitchen sinks. I swear there are two groups of people. Some who see the kitchen sink as just a sink that can be used for whatever. Some who see the kitchen sink as a food preparation area. I don't think either of you is necessarily an asshole, but do suggest you invest in getting a laundry, slop sink installed in your house, garage or basement. I miss the one we had growing up. Need a place to wash dogs, dye hair, clean paint brushes, it's your go-to sink. Not the asshole, that's just gross to me. It's gross to me too. Yuck. Not the asshole. You are the asshole. Bleach kills almost everything. I would hypothetically wash my dog in the kitchen sink if I had one that small. Afterwards, I would sanitize the sink and surrounding area. Not the asshole who wants the stench of wet dog in the kitchen. I'm a firm believer that pets don't go where human food is prepared. I am aware some people let their pets lie all over their food. I find it gross. I wouldn't want a pet in a sink where I wash and prep food. Not to mention the sink drain is smaller than the bath drain, it could clog up with pet hairs and such. What if the dog poops mid-bath? Ew, no, just no. Greater than what if the dog poops mid-bath? Ew, no, just no. I was not expecting this argument, I must say. Not the asshole. Everyone saying you are the asshole is wild. Why wash a dog where food dishes go when you have bathtubs, lol? Thank you. I am grossed out by all the YTAs, just wash him in the tub or a bucket, FFS. This is more of a matter of opinion and neither of you two are bad for that. Everyone does things differently, and I don't think that makes either you or your wife talk. Y'all just have different opinions on it. I understand both of your points, as they both make sense. Dog too small for tub, but dog also makes dishes area feel dirty. Make a compromise. Get a baby tub divider for a bathtub, or get a sink liner for the sink. Honestly, no assholes here. I get where you're coming from, but you'd be surprised by how dirty your sink already is. If you have 4 bathrooms, could you comprise and wash him in a different sink? I don't know how it is for original poster, but I prefer the kitchen sink cause the nozzle comes out and makes it easy to maneuver and wash. This just confirms it's a lot of nasty mofos in this world, and this is why I don't eat at everybody house, not the asshole.